upon a time, a long time ago, in a land far, far away, someone requested something of me. Ah! What? How dare you? What do you think I'm, like, incompetent? Ugh! Even if I didn't say that, I'd still glare at them. What in the world? How could you even ask that of me? Who do you think I am? Would be what I was saying in my mind. And I'd look at them like a bug I want to squash. Right? You guys know what I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure. Happens all the time. Today, I'd like to share with you a better way to say no. This better way to say no incorporates 3 ideas that when used in combination are very effective. Any one by themselves, maybe not quite so much, but all 3 of them used in combination can really effectively communicate no with a much better sense of energy around ourselves and for the other person. These 3 things are saying no with thankfulness. The next thing is saying no with empathy. And the next thing is saying no with warmth. Saying no better with thankfulness. That starts off with saying, thank you so much, right? Even though it's like, what in the world did you just say no? Thank you so much, but I just can't do that. That's a great idea, but that's not going to work for me. That's very generous of you, but I'm not comfortable with that. So the wording of having some thankfulness in the speech that we're giving back. The next thing is with empathy. Because even if in our minds we're like, this is obviously in the best interest of this other person, and this other person has no interest in my well-being, and that might seem very obvious to us. To the other person, that might not be obvious. To the other person, in their mind, they're offering a fair deal. Don't get me wrong, it could actually be blatant disregard for their behavior on us, but given the benefit of the doubt, it could be such that they actually think it's a good offer. So we can have empathy for the fact that they're going to have probably a feeling of sadness, or maybe even a feeling of anger when we say no. So therefore, it's, unfortunately, I just can't do that. I'm so sad about it, but I just can't do that. Or you could even say, I'm sorry, but I'm not comfortable with that. Even though sorry, we're not maybe really sorry because we don't think it's in the best interest. But we can actually feel sadness and feel sorrow that I'm sorry that what you're proposing is preposterous in our minds, and we can know that and then say, I'm sorry, or I'm sad, or unfortunately, even though in our minds it's like, fortunately for me, I get to say no to that offer. The next thing is, the better way to say no is with warmth. How do we bring warmth into ourselves when we're feeling cold? It's natural and right and healthy for us to feel cold when we feel like someone is trying to invade our space or violate our boundaries, so we immediately want to squash them like a bug, How do you bring warmth into that? It's through the breath. We can actually breathe in, and we can actually all try this together. Let's all try this together. Let's all think about breathing in, and breathing into the middle of our brow. And when we breathe out, we can think about turning the corners of our mouth up. Breathing in through the brow. Breathing out, turning the corners of the mouth up. It's amazing how that will change your energy from cold to warmth. And maybe if not warmth, at least neutral. Because really, when we move into this place of defensiveness, where we feel like we need to protect ourselves from someone coming in, what we do is everything here kind of gets drawn in, and we want to snarl at them, And we have to come up with a mechanism to actually change that energy, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense if we just say, thank you, but I just can't do that. I'm sorry. We're not really conveying the message, right? So warm. And then you can put all of these things together. So you can think about breathing in through your third eyebrow, maybe lifting it slightly. On your exhale, lifting up the corners of your mouth and then saying, thank you, that's so very kind of you. Unfortunately, I just can't do that. So that's the better way to say no, is incorporating these three techniques. One, saying no with thankfulness, thankful wording. Two, saying no with empathy and really empathizing with the emotion that the other person might experience when we set this boundary. And three, saying no with warmth. This is the better way to say no. Thank you.